So we spoke a little bit about the oratory itself, just to kind of reiterate where we're standing now. Behind me is the window. Now this window is a window as well as a door. This is not here in 1624. This has been added in by the Evans family, and once again you've got, if I look out the window, you can see a couple of steps going outside. There are some lovely pictures that we've seen of this actually from the Victorian era, this being open and children sitting either side of it. But essentially the door is able to be opened, or the window is able to be actually opened outwards. What's fun with this one is we start getting into the kind of stories and false stories of Boscobel. So sometimes when you get a visitor come here and say, well, this is the door that Charles II escaped out of, we then start to come into the situation where it's stuff that prior tour guides or Victorian kind of pamphlets and guidebooks start to tell this kind of more sort of a Hollywood version of Charles's escape, let's say.
It's a romantic
version. The romantic version of it. But what we can solidly say is this door isn't here in 1624, so Charles II would have never seen it. It's once again, it's that kind of excitement of Charles's story with the secret door, which is a window and a door, and them getting out.
So when were those steps introduced?
It's hard to say really, but we know obviously when the Evans family come in, they're redoing the gardens again, so probably the same time as that really, when they buy up, 1812 thereabouts. Above that, obviously, we were saying originally in 1624, we'd have had that spiral staircase. I've always kind of thought about which way this staircase would have gone up and gone down. It's something that's probably taken a little bit too much of my thought. But where I'm standing now, I'm literally on the right-hand side of me. I've got the first curtain, the red curtain, as you've walked through from the parlour. From here, this is where the staircase, in my opinion, would have walked up, and we would have gone upwards up into the White Room. So you can imagine walking and following the arc of the room here, the circular bit, and going up upstairs. Yeah. And then if we now kind of move over to where the fireplace is, in front of me I've got the Flemish tapestry. On the left-hand side of me I've got the fireplace. And the picture of Elizabeth Evans. This would have been going down to the basements. So we would have basically going on the right-hand side, going down into the basements, kitchens.
And what about the fireplace? What can you tell us about that?
Once again, fireplace, it's the same kind of marble fireplace, same era as the one that's been put in by the Evans family next door. That shows you that this room is being utilised differently. As you see it now, it's dressed out more with a few kind of smaller tables and stuff. But you can imagine in this room doing a bit of kind of embroidery as a lady, or having a separate space away from, maybe in that era of having people round in the main hall itself or the parlour. Play cards in here, bit of gambling. Hopefully not in a Catholic property, but it's one of those ones where it's that kind of it's a change of use in the Victorian era. In here as well, we have painted panelling. So my French isn't very good, but it's trompe l'oeil. But essentially, you can see from the window. They've used that natural light, and they've followed that. They've actually painted in the panelling itself, and they've actually put the light in where the natural light comes in onto those. So whoever's done it is very, very good at their craft. A lot of people have come in here and actually thought, oh, I like the panelling in here, and it's not. It's all painted onto plaster, and they've done a good job of it.
I had never particularly realised, though, that they've actually matched it with the light coming from the...
They have, yeah. They've matched it in really well, and it matches then the panelling next door. They've done a really, really good job of it.
So we've got this really strange space here, haven't we, which doesn't seem to go anywhere these days.
Yeah.
But that's where you say the door was.
Yeah, so where we're now looking at, obviously, we've got the lamp, and we've got this little bit of a shelf, and above that we've got this framed embroidery. The archway on that would have been where the original doorway was. And that's where I was saying about Peter Trickett, the old custodian, who worked here for the Ministry of Works. He said that he'd seen the hinges in there. That would have been your back door. Which for me, I quite like to walk around the house, and I like to kind of imagine what 1624 looks like. So I imagine being at that back door and actually walking through into the oratory now, or that staircase. And this is now a passing space. This is now, I've got to go go down to the basement kitchens to go and get whatever, or I've got to go upstairs and I've got to go and change a bed, or I've got to go from the top of the squire's room and I've got to get down that spiral staircase and I need to get out of the house quickly. And, it's another exit out of here. Or go, it's just a little passing space in here now. It's not what we look at as a kind of Victorian room.
So that would have been the route, and the only route apart from the parlour in and out of here?
So you'd have had originally from the parlour, you've got the original door, which is the one which is on the left-hand side of the badger case. And then you also got this back door here as well. They're the only two coming from that section.
And no way in from the garden?
No way in from the garden.